Have you ever noticed that as you grow older, your circle of friends becomes smaller? At first, it can feel unsettling. Fewer phone calls, fewer social gatherings, and sometimes long stretches of quiet. Many people wonder, am I becoming lonely? Do I need more friends to feel happy? But here is a gentle truth that may surprise you. After the age of 70, happiness does not always depend on having more friends. In fact, for many people, it comes from something much deeper. Today, we'll explore why you may not need a large social circle to feel fulfilled, and how a different kind of happiness often emerges in later life. Let's begin with the first insight. The first thing to understand is this: quality matters more than quantity. In younger years, friendships often revolve around shared activities, busy schedules, and frequent interaction. But later in life, many people naturally shift toward fewer, more meaningful relationships. A man named George, who was 75, once shared that he used to have many social connections through work. After retirement, most of those connections faded. At first, he felt a sense of loss, but over time, he realized something important. The few relationships that remained, his sister, one close friend, and his neighbor, were deeper, calmer, and more genuine. He no longer felt the need to maintain dozens of connections. Sometimes, one meaningful conversation is worth more than 10 casual ones. The second insight is learning to enjoy your own company. This is something many people discover later in life. The ability to sit quietly, read a book, take a walk, or simply reflect without feeling restless. A 72-year-old woman named Margaret began spending more time alone after her social circle became smaller. At first, the silence felt uncomfortable, but gradually she began to appreciate it. She took up painting, started journaling, and spent mornings in quiet reflection. She often said that she finally felt at peace in her own presence. Happiness that comes from within is often more stable than happiness that depends on others. The third insight is freedom from social pressure. In earlier years, relationships can sometimes bring expectations. Attending events, keeping up appearances, managing complex social dynamics. After 70, many people feel a quiet sense of relief as those pressures begin to fade. A retired teacher named Helen once said that she no longer felt obligated to attend gatherings that drained her energy. Instead, she chose how and when to engage with others. This freedom allowed her to protect her time and emotional energy. Sometimes, fewer social obligations create more space for peace. The fourth insight is focusing on purpose rather than popularity. Happiness in later life often comes from having a sense of meaning. This does not require a large group of friends. It can come from simple, meaningful activities. A man named Robert began volunteering at a local community center after retirement. He didn't make many close friends there, but he found purpose in helping others. That sense of contribution gave his days structure and fulfillment. Purpose often fills the space where social busyness once existed. The fifth insight is protecting emotional energy. As we age, we become more aware of how certain relationships affect us. Some interactions feel uplifting, others feel draining. A 78-year-old woman named Susan gradually distanced herself from a few relationships that often left her feeling stressed. She didn't do it with anger, she simply chose peace. Over time, she noticed something surprising. Her overall mood improved even though she had fewer people around her. Sometimes, well-being grows when we choose calm over constant connection. The sixth insight is staying connected in simple ways. Not needing many friends does not mean complete isolation. Connection can still exist in gentle, meaningful forms. A short phone call, a conversation with a neighbor, a kind exchange at a local store. A man named Peter, who lived alone, made it a habit to greet the same people during his daily walks. These small moments of connection added warmth to his day without requiring deep social involvement. Connection does not always need to be frequent or intense to be meaningful. When you look at all of these insights together, something becomes clear. Happiness after 70 is not about how many people are in your life. It is about how you feel within your life. Peace, purpose, freedom, and emotional balance. These are the foundations of well-being in later years, and for many people, they grow stronger as life becomes simpler. Now, we would love to hear from you. Do you feel your social circle has changed as you've grown older? Have you found more peace in having fewer but deeper connections? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experience may help someone else feel less alone. And if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who may benefit from this message. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.